I don't usually give or make a video about statistics in marriage, but this latest study just really surprised me because they surveyed 1,000 people who got divorces, and they found that less than 5% of divorcees say that their marriage could not have been saved. I think it was 56% who said that if they had not ended that marriage, they believe they could go back knowing what they know now and actually work to save the marriage and make it better. This is important because, as I've told you from many videos, I think we over-divorce. I think we aren't aware or giving couples enough education about what they can do. According to this study, which I found fascinating, the majority of divorces within the first year were due to people just divorcing because they couldn't get along. They thought they had the wrong partner. Never did they look inside. Never did they say, okay, what can I change to make this work? That also says something about their level of commitment. They probably, and this is what many marriage therapists are thinking, is that we've inundated people with Instagram, talking about stuff like forever and ever and happily ever after. None of that is real. That's all paintbrush. Basically, what's real is you have a mess. You get married. You're a creator. Creation is messy. And rather than you hanging in there and working together, you say, wait a minute, this isn't as pretty as what's on Instagram. I surely have the wrong partner. It can't be me. And then they jump to another person. Now, this is also fascinating because the number one reason for people now to end their marriage, according to this study, the leading cause, if you're married for more than 5 years, was a lack of family support. In other words, the couple felt so isolated and they felt like their family was taking sides. They weren't there for them. They weren't 100% inclusive of them. They would like one person but not the other. There was a lot of exclusion. And so that couple, we all know it takes a whole community for a thriving marriage. Like, you need to have people you can bounce ideas off. You need to see other marriage mentors. And a lot of these people who got married and divorced were looking at their parents. They had step parents. They came from families of broken homes, divorces. Not all of them. You can come from a really good family and still have a very superficial idea of commitment. You can believe the Instagram posts you read, that when you have the right partner, it's really easy. I'm telling you right now, I have a great partner. Marriage is hard. I basically have to work to change myself every day to make and create a great relationship with him. And I'm not doing it alone. He is too. And if you have a young couple in your family or friends group, you want to give them a lot of support. You want to be there for them. I want to go through basically some of the major conflicts, because conflict resolution was number 2. They didn't feel like they could actually work things out. They didn't know how to fight, and they were fighting all the time, and it just kept tearing them further and further apart. The main reason that couples were fighting, or the conflict, was because it was coming out over career choices of where they lived, what one spouse was going through. They felt abandoned. They felt like the other spouse wasn't there for them. Parenting differences. Parenting is stressful. There was a lot of conflict over who does what, the labor, the chores, the relationship with the extended family. Who's going to do all this? And women initiate most of the divorces. And in that area in particular, women felt overwhelmed. They felt like they were doing it all, the emotional and physical load. So that's one area that psychologists and counseling are really going into now, because we want to try and help balance that emotional and physical load so that it's not all on one person. And also, if they had any type of They were feeling like there was no more romance, like there was no more physical touching, no more kissing, no more intimacy, no more, that person wasn't your person. You weren't going to them. They didn't feel safe or secure to you. In other words, it was a lot of avoidance, a lot of backing up, a lot of I don't want to go home because I'm going to hear about all the work I have to do and I'm not doing these types of things. If your marriage fits any one of these profiles and you're afraid right now, you're thinking, man, we need help, I'm going to encourage you. Since January is a big month for filing divorce, please reconsider. Step back. What can you do? If you found a therapist and you both worked hard, really hard, for 6 months and you found out how great your relationship would be, wouldn't that be enough to make you step back and say, you know what, maybe I have to change? If you're ready to change and you want this relationship, you should not have to divorce. This was another sad fact. Most of the time, divorces are initiated by one person. The other partner does not want it. Very rarely do both people say, we need to split. So if you're that person who wants a divorce, it might be time to step back and go, you know what? Am I taking my rules seriously? Am I being responsible? Is there a way that we can change and grow together? This is especially true if you have kids. If you have kids, then trying to make it work is really important. The only time this is not good is if you're an abusive marriage of any kind. It's time that you get out. You should get out. Nobody deserves to be abused. It's a sickness and it can kill you. If this video is helpful for you, please subscribe. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much.